All right, we are now recording. I call this meeting to order at 10:27 a.m. on Sunday, November 24th, 2024. Let's see here. Ah, 20s. So, okay, and then what did I say? Quick business. We're gonna do a very short meeting since we do not have forum in attendance. We currently have myself, Stephen Moore, and James Bates, the secretary. Let's see. So, quick business to go over. All right. That might be Peter that just texted me. Shoot, sorry, woke up sick, been resting. Alright, so he might be joining us now.
I don't think he's sick. I think he's faking it.
Don't they always?
Yeah. You're sick? I think our generation was the generation that, like, if you got sick, you still went to school or you went to work anyway. But we might be the last ones.
Might be. But there was always still the classic day of hooky.
Oh, yeah. I mean, who doesn't want to feel. I played hooky once in high school. Ordered pizza, watched the Dodger game. It wasn't all that great.
And let me just delete all the rest of this. We don't quite need. There we go. Okay, so go ahead, James. What is our details regarding social media you wanted to speak about?
So I would like to do some character profiles of the board members. So for you, for instance, I have this vision of like um, you do an introduction of yourself. You talk about the technologies that you're passionate about. Um, you would I think yeah, you just that's basically all you do, and you ad lib it, and we shoot it in a setting that's comfortable for you that emphasizes your passion or your passion for technology. So like I'm gonna say, since 3D printing is like your main thing, it would be cool where like we do a shoot where it's like, hey, I'm Stephen Moore. I am. Uh, what's your role at Uncoded again?
I'm a treasurer.
I'm the treasurer for Uncoded, and my the technology that I am the most passionate about is 3D printing. And so as you're saying this, like the backdrop is with like your computers and your 3D printers and all your gear, just like in a very presentable way. Uh, and so you talk about, after you say all that, you talk about Uncoded and what Uncoded means to you, um, and why you've been with the organization for as long as you have. And we do our best to just keep it under a minute, and we close with like, hey, if you would like to if you would like to tell us uh, about your technology passions, then slide into our DMs and let us know. You know, we'd love to feature you, or we'd love to have a conversation with you, or you know what I mean?
Um, I think I get what you mean. I do think video content, even if it's just like a quick intro, quick short of what it is you're into and passionate about, um, can be a really good marketing tool. So the only struggle I have with video is I could get you footage, I could get you, reels of content worth going over, but the real kicker is who is going to do the editing, because editing, it doesn't even really cost that much to pay somebody to do it, but it also is still just really boring, tedious work that I personally have never had enough time for.
Well, I'll do the editing.
Okay. So I'm down. Like, if you want to have some recordings, I can throw you some video footage of my 3D prints that you might want to use, like while we do the shoot, and give a personal statement about 3D printing. Yeah, I mean, I'm down, and I think it'd be good to have a target set goal of like, let's get a profile for the three of us, you, me, and Peter, the most active board members, and then if we make it look good, give it some nice background sound to it, and make it really good marketing professional kind of stuff, then we might convince our other regulars to try doing it. Um, just present it, we make it like a present the technology kind of a thing.
Yeah, pretty much. Well, it's not so much about the technology as it is about, you know, the individual,
Ah,
right?
definitely
It's
personalizes, yeah.
more, yeah, it's gonna be way more like personable because, I think, I think if we make it more personal and we talk about like, you know, specifically like you as a human being and your passion and the technology that you're passionate about, I just feel like that is gonna I think that's gonna be more appealing than just, oh hey, here's a 3D printer and here are all the specifications of it and this is technology that exists. So it's more about you. It's more about the individual and just the technologies that you are personally passionate about, like your favorite tech, right? Your favorite technology. So yeah, that's one uh, point that I wanted to bring up about the social media. Another point that I wanted to bring up too was I wanted to start making like simple videos, like replacing RAM or troubleshooting technology. Uh, so I attempted to make one where I was installing RAM on my computer, and it wasn't very effective because it was really jimmy rigged, and like I needed a camera guy essentially to be able to like point and shoot, to like hit stop and re-record because I was trying to record the thing, like I was trying to make them 1 minute long segments. Um, yeah, and that's the other thing that I wanted to talk about, because I also have stumbled, my audio interface that I've had for 8 years. It's done for, and I wanted to shoot a video about like, hey, I've got this audio interface. You know, this is a piece of music technology, and music like is like the thing that I'm really passionate about, and music technology is something that I just really enjoy. And well, here's what happened to my Scarlett 18i8. It when I turn it on, the halo rings come on and they don't work. And then when I turn it off and turn it back on, these other lights come on. I reached out to customer support, and they told me that the thing is pretty much done for and that I could send it in. And at this point, it starts to feel more of like a product endorsement. So it starts off as like this um, troubleshooting procedure with my audio interface slash sound card, and then it turns into like this product placement, like, oh, this is why I support this company situation, because since they have this really cool trade-in program where it's you get 25% off a purchase on the website if you trade in your gear so that they can recycle it. And there's a lot of points that you can hit on there. Like you can talk about environmental friendliness, because it's a recycling program, and just being the the messenger for that on Uncoded's Instagram platform. I think it can only help. I also think that if we tag the companies, maybe they'll give us the grace of sharing our content. But I can't do it alone, right? Like I need a camera person. I need someone. It's gonna take at least two guys, right, to do that type of content, to do the RAM installation and to do the Focusrite thing.
What's RAM installation? What do you mean? Like installing?
So, I mean, I'm real. I guess those are just more like key examples that I was talking about. What I'm really getting at is just having like content on Instagram of just like basic CompTIA A+ uh, videos on just on content like that, like upgrading your RAM, troubleshooting equipment, and or things like that.
Okay.
Switching out a nozzle on your 3D printer, things like that.
So yeah, it basically you're describing we you want us to basically do some Linus tech tip kind of content.
I've never watched Linus Tech Tips, but sure.
Yeah, it sounds exactly like that. Where you're basically presenting a project or a thing that we are working on and go into it. It is a lot of work to make that kind of content, right? It's one thing to first find something that I'm passionate about, and then to have the money that I need to be able to buy all the things I need to be able to do it, and then to think ahead and record as I'm putting it together. That I mean, it's a lot of work that people like that go get into to make that kind of content. So you just know, like, if we did something like that, it would have to be very deliberate, right? Like how we go about it. Um, and so you would have to know ahead of time, like, what's the thing that you want to do before you do it, and have yeah you. There's probably certain scenes that do make sense. You want a camera crew, but considering we're purely like little
Not a
to zero
crew, not a
budget.
crew, just another guy, just another person.
Yeah, yeah, but I'm saying it does make sense that there are situations where you would want that, right? But considering we're purely voluntary and little to no budget to work with, it like you have to get a volunteer, that is willing to do um, to do that role for a particular video that you're wanting to make. So it really just it comes down to really selling it and understand that there's still the alternative, right? To just do it completely amateurish and you can not worry about having someone with a camera on you. You use something to hold your camera while you're recording yourself doing stuff.
So I've tried that before. I've tried having, where I tried to record myself, and it for like that's what I tried when I tried to do the RAM installation, and unfortunately, like it just, you know, it's missing the mark.
You can also ask Arthur, since I know he doesn't use any camera crew for his videos, right? He might have some tips to offer.
I mean, more than advice, like I really think that to be effective, um, geez. Well, I will reach out to Arthur, as elusive as he is.
Yeah, but I mean the real trick is getting someone who's willing to volunteer, to be the camera guy. And then whoever does volunteer, if your issue is that you're trying to get it just right, like you're basically taking on the role of a director and being very particular about how things present. Um, a camera a camera person is someone with a particular skill, right? A talent for holding the camera. Like you don't think about it, but it really does take a certain talent to be able to keep it steady and to know what perspectives you're supposed to go to, or that are most useful for a certain scene. And so
No doubt about that.
it'd be like collaborating with someone in with music, right? Like it's another instrument that you're playing alongside as far as the
Yeah,
art of
I
it.
mean that's exactly what it is, and that's exactly what I want for Uncoded, because I'm kind of treating Uncoded as if it was my band, you know, wiring, trying to put, you know, content on social media, so that way, it just, yeah, like at this point, Uncoded is kind of like all the energies that I would have put into a band and trying to make it, I'm putting into Uncoded.
Makes sense, and that's really motivating to put it that way, right? So it's just a question of so you want to arrange for when people are available, and also you want to preemptively have have the scene kind of written out. Like if you know what it is you want to record, what project you're going after. Like I'm not saying necessarily write a script, but write out some notes of here's how we're gonna go about it, as if you're doing a, a, a screenplay, like you're writing a screenplay.
Hmm.
At least for a
I
given
think
scene before you go recording.
script. Yeah, I think script is actually the word. I
Yeah.
don't
Well,
want to dance around it, but I think, yeah, man. Scripting. Okay. Yeah.
I just
Uh,
mean you can
I
have a
think that's a
script, but there can be improv as well, right? It doesn't have to be a strict line for line say these words,
yeah, I hear you. I hear you.
but a structure,
Script.
right, of what you want to record on a given day that you're gonna start recording. Have that ready to go, and then find who you can ask for their time. I mean, I might be available, I might not. It's just and it does sound like something fun to do. I think you're gonna have to sell people on both. Not only do they have the time, but do they like the scene the way that you've put it together.
Excuse me. Oof. Okay. Yeah. Um, yeah.
But for sure, it's really awesome to be thinking that um, that high end, that kind of quality for our organization. So I'm not gonna
I,
step on it or hold you back. Just like it is definitely taking things to the next level. So I want to see it. The question is, do we have the resources? And from by that I mean, do we have the volunteers really?
yeah, because like the reason why I got the Google Pixel 8a, as opposed to just getting the exact same one that I have, was because it actually had a higher quality camera, and it was between getting this one or getting the Google Pixel 9. But that one was like double the price, and so I said, okay, if I'm buying this phone, then I'm getting it because it's going to have serve one specific purpose, and that purpose is going to be to elevate Uncoded's Instagram. Yeah, I mean in social media in general, but starting off with Instagram.
Yeah, I got you. I think it works, and Instagram is definitely a space that I think um, has a lot of potential. Like I have yet to actually take it to its uh, optimized usage for my own personal self, right? Because I know like freaking the kids these days are using it for dating. Like that alone is like insane for me. Like it'd be like dating on Facebook, like but I wouldn't. I don't know if people think that's normal too, but it doesn't sound normal to me.
Well, Facebook dating was a platform.
Man, that's weird. I just never would have thought.
Yeah, online dating, man. I mean, online dating has been around for a while. Ever since You've Got Mail with Tom Hanks and
Mm-hmm.
I don't know the name of the actress, but
All right.
yeah, you know what movie I'm talking about.
Mm-hmm. That makes
The
sense that would
bookstore.
normalize it.
Hmm. That's really all I got though for this meeting, bro.
All
It's
right.
just I want to elevate the social media.
Well, there's no quorum, so there's nothing that we would be able to vote on. But I would also say we don't really have a need to so much vote on this because this is a. I mean, really, I think all you really need is like you've got my incentive. I can't speak for Peter, but I would assume he's probably gonna have your back too. It's like go ahead and do some of the process, like get this stuff prepared and ready to go, and then when we're ready to like actually deliver on and go start recording, you can pitch it to us and we can put in our own 2 cents and those who are going to volunteer to make it happen are going to be those who make it happen.
Sounds good.
All right, so let me make notes about this. Um, um, like to James would like to uh, try recording content our uh, for our Instagram and social media. Whoop. And then me like whoop. See like sounds like uh Linus Tech Tips. Um, would like it to showcase about about the projects and tech they are passionate about. Yeah, let me just move that on up. Sure. What's up?
I was saying this one, I'm just happy with that. Now, had a, carry on.
Okay, you got a little fuzzy there, but I think I understood. You just decided not to say what you were gonna say.
No, I'm backing in that time, so it's, don't mind me, I'm gonna mute myself.
Okay, got you. All right, so would like to try. My support. So to do each row. Editor. Let's see. Camera and script written for the shoot. So, room for improv. All right. Rock on. All right. So I put James would like to try recording content for Instagram and social media. Would like it to showcase about individuals, about the projects and tech they are passionate about. Me, Steve, sounds like Linus Tech Tips. James, sure, would like the quality of having a camera person to help. Steve, you have my support, just requires someone to volunteer to do each role, editor, camera, and script, written before the shoot with some room for improv. James, I volunteer to do the editing and scripting, directing, rock on. And Steve, rock on. We can reach out when script is ready to set up times for a volunteer to be available. Yeah, get back here. My fingers are too fat for this keyboard. Okay. All right, rock on. We can
Alright.
reach out when the script is ready to set up times for a volunteer to be available. All right. So, any closing? We can skip action item review for the speediness of it. And then, if that's everything as you said, then I'll go ahead and adjourn.
Yeah, that's everything.
All right. We're adjourning at 10:58. That might be a record.
Cool. I'm gonna go hit the skate park.
Fun.